Hello and welcome to the Touchline SA. My name is Oarabiledi Poko, and tonight I am rolling alone only because I will be doing a short preview of the Euros, Copa America, and some of the stories that have been coming out of South Africa today. There's been some big developments. We all know that Friday night, Euro 2020, it sounds awkward, but yes, the Euros 2020 has finally come to light. You do remember that these were meant to be played last year, but with the COVID virus doing what it has been doing in the past year or so, they had to move it backwards. With this regard, we are now playing Euro 2020 in the year 2021. Friday night was a spectacular night. Turkey and Italy got us off, and Italy, I think, one of the underdogs really of this tournament, because since Mancini took over, it has been phenomenal. They are yet to lose a game since the year 2019 when he took over. Yes, last year there was not much football, but in the manner that he has gotten this team together again, considering how they were dominant in recent years and how they fell off as well, this new rise or this comeback has been phenomenal to watch. So Friday, the 11th of June, Euros kicked off, and also on the 11th of July, that is also when the final will be happening at Wembley. Now, looking at some of the games that have already been played, we're looking at Italy and Turkey, like I mentioned. Some of the other games also include Wales and Switzerland. Wales getting that late equalizer. Switzerland probably thought they had this one in the bag. Wales in the 88th minute made sure that they got away with a point at least. And then in one of the biggest games, another repetitive one. This is also from 2 years ago when Russia and Belgium clashed. We all know that the Euros this year are a little bit different because as much as there are 24 teams, they are now being played in 11 cities. So Belgium was home as much as they were playing in St. Petersburg at the home of Russia. They won 3-0. And also, we all know that Belgium have the top-notch quality to kick off this tournament. Yesterday, they didn't really play to their best ability, but they got it done. I'm sure Roberto Martinez, as well as the whole of the Red Devils, are excited about that victory. And then also looking at some of the other games that took place today, we know that the biggest game of today was at Wembley, with England hosting the likes of Croatia. This is also another repeat in the game that was played back in 2019 when Croatia beat England to make their way to the final. So England, I guess today was just redemption day because Raheem Sterling got that all-important goal to make sure that England are top of the table after the first round of games. We all know that that young man right there has not had the most incredible season at Manchester City. He didn't really play much, but he did start the Champions League final. And also he was a surprise inclusion in Gareth Southgate's starting 11 today. But I guess he paid it all back and he has shut all of us down. And in the latest game that has just finished, really, that is the Austria and North Macedonia game. Do remember that North Macedonia, this is their first time in a major tournament. And when they equalized, because they were trailing 1-0, when they equalized, the world erupted. Unfortunately, it was not meant to be because Marko Arnautovic made sure to round off the scoring, getting that third goal for Austria. But in another game that most people are probably still reeling, I know I am, I cannot unsee what I saw yesterday because the whole world, anybody that was watching that Denmark and Finland game, we all saw what happened to Christian Eriksen. Thank the Lord that he's okay, he is safe, he's awake, and he is speaking. Christian Eriksen collapsed in the first half of that game when they were taking a throw in that was meant for him. And now we do have reports saying that he did suffer cardiac arrest. So Christian Eriksen had a heart attack in the middle of the pitch where everybody could see. My issue with what happened is, why did we get to a point where we had to see that? Why was the camera still on him? And we could see how hysterical his teammates were, the fans were. There were children in that stadium, and that's what worried me the most. The fact that he had to get CPR on the pitch, now that we also know that they had lost him for a couple of minutes because what they're saying now is they managed to get him on the defibrillator. The first time they tried to shock him, he came back. That for me is incredible. So to Christian Eriksen, to his family, his teammates, everybody that is associated with him, we are thankful for his life and we continue to pray for his recovery. Best wishes, Christian. How fancy and how beautiful is that? Football United yesterday. And another thing that I do have an issue with is why UEFA felt the need for this game to go on even after the whole incident. Apparently, the players were given the option to say, are we playing it now, finishing off the game, or are we playing it on Sunday midday? I don't know why there was even an option, because for me, they should have given both teams a point and we should have just let it go. But the game was played. Denmark, unfortunately, losing 1-0 to Finland. And that is how they started their campaign off. And that right now is what the Euros are about. Later today at 9 p.m., we do have Netherlands who will be taking on Ukraine. That game will kick off at 9 p.m. And looking at some of the other fixtures to come during this week, some of the big ones yet to come: Scotland versus Czech Republic. We also have the likes of Spain and Sweden. And the group of death, as some people may call it, sees Hungary and Portugal playing first. And also in another big enticing game next week, Saturday, the 19th of June at 6 p.m., we have France versus Germany. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing, amazing just to see what these players are going to be doing at the biggest stage of them all. And I guess a lot of us are looking forward to, seeing who's going to be the top goal scorer, because we see Lukaku is already on 2 goals for Belgium. And then we also have, Golden Glove that's also up for grabs. We also have a player of the tournament. But also, who makes the final? Which 2 teams do you see being in the final? Please also hit us up on our social media pages. That is Touchline SA Instagram, as well as our Twitter page. Let us know who you think is going to be making the final. But most importantly, let us know who you think is going to win Euro 2020. And now we move on to another competition that starts tonight in 2.5 hours' time. In Brazil, Brazil will be kicking off the Copa America, playing the hosts for a 5th time. And also another important fact, whenever Brazil have been the hosts, they have gone to win the tournament. So will this be the same year? Copa America, just like Euro, has been changing throughout. It was first meant to be hosted in Argentina, meant to be played in March, but obviously we all know that coronavirus is still doing the rounds. So it has been a little bit tricky, but now Brazil are the sole hosts of the tournament. You see some of the fixtures and schedules there, some big games that are still going to come this week. But tonight we start off with Brazil, who host Venezuela in the first game. We also have Colombia and Ecuador. And some of the big games coming up this week, I know everybody's probably looking forward to Argentina and Chile, as well as Paraguay and Bolivia. Brazil and Argentina seem to be on opposite spectrums, that is Pool A and Pool B. Whether they'll meet, that is another one we get to see. I mean, who wouldn't want to see the likes of Lionel Messi, Sergio Aguero playing the likes of Neymar and co. That is Copa America. It is beginning tonight, and I am excited to be a part of that, because also Copa America has 28 games as well as 28 squad members. Because of COVID, they have included 5 more players into the squad, because obviously people do fall out now and again. Today, we did read that João Cancelo of Manchester City, as well as Portugal, is out of the Euros because he tested positive for COVID. So the 28-man squad is for that exact reason. And also the 28-man squad must include 3 goalkeepers. That is Copa America in a nutshell. We look forward to some amazing football. Who knew that every single day we will be spoiled? I don't even know what else to use, but spoiled in order to have live football games here on our TV screens. But then now also let's look at some of the transfers that have already taken place, or some of the transfers still in place. We all know that Manchester United have been chasing Jadon Sancho for what seems like a lifetime now. Honestly, it just seems like a lifetime. But the way it is going now, it seems that Manchester United and Borussia Dortmund seem to be at a loss because they have 11 million rand where the differences are. Apparently, Jadon Sancho has already agreed to personal terms. It's really just up to the teams to get that all-important signature over the line. Hopefully, the third time is a charm for Manchester United because they've been chasing their man. But also in other transfer news, things that are official, it is that Donnarumma has or will be having his medical at PSG next week. Do remember, Donnarumma is 21 going on 22, one of the best goalkeepers we've seen in the modern era, and he has never ever played in a Champions League tournament. So hopefully going to PSG, and hopefully also PSG haven't missed out on the title for the first time in what seems like a lifetime, he'll be able to help them get back to those winning ways. And in another signature they got over the line just this past week, it is Georgie Wijnaldum, who signed from Liverpool on a free transfer. I think this one, a lot of people were shocked because for weeks, for weeks on end, it was that he's going to Barcelona, he's going to Barcelona. But according to him, the Spanish team took longer than expected to get that signature off the line. And also, being a family man, being where he is, being on a free transfer, you never know when opportunities might rise and come again. So he took what PSG was offering, and apparently it seems to be a sweet deal on his behalf. So Gigi Wijnaldum joins a PSG as well as Donnarumma also going there. There will be more transfers obviously coming. I mean, there's so many free agents, the likes of Harry Kane, who is also still going to find a team. So there's going to be a lot more with transfers coming from the touchline. And now moving closer to home, bringing closer to home, it seems that Glad Africa Championship every season just always has an issue, man. There's a problem in that department. Lord only knows what's happening there, but also we can't really blame them because even the structure of the PSL seems to be falling apart on its own. Skukuna United have finally been crowned the rightful champions of the Glad Africa Games. We all know there was a debate at the end of the season when both Royal AM and Skukune both won their games, making Royal top of the log. But also we know that there was a pending court case. I mean, look at that. Who buys themselves trophies and medals when you're not even sure that it's really rightfully yours? Hopefully they use some of that, they can return those cups and medals, use some of that for the lawsuit or the appeal that they set out today. We all know that Royal Arms says they are appealing the court case, they are appealing the court ruling to say that they are fighting and want to be in the PSL next season. But another issue is that playoffs start this week, on Tuesday that is. Whether they'll be able to get that over the line, whether this is something that is feasible, we never know. This is the PSL, this is the DSTV Premiership. Nothing actually surprises me anymore when it comes to that. Right now, what we know is Skukuna United will be playing in the DSTV Premiership next season. That's the only certainty that we do have. And another certainty that we do have is the fact that the promotion playoffs as well as the relegation playoffs will be starting on Tuesday. We have 3 teams that will be contesting that one. We'll see who makes it into the DSTV Premiership, and we'll see whether Chippa United will be able to hold on to their status. But in another big news operation, Stuart Baxter is back, everybody. Whether you're a Kaizer Chiefs fan, whether you're a football fan, whether you're a South African football fan, this is such a refreshing thing. I mean, you know, people are asking for the love back. Stuart Baxter's just like, I come back humbly. This is my team. He's back for a second stint with Kaizer Chiefs. Whether this will make the difference, we don't know, but we are yet to see it. Maybe some structure, maybe some new faces, because now Kaizer Chiefs do have the luxury of signing players. That is the DSTV Premiership in a nutshell. That is also just a little bit of a wrap and a preview and a post view, whatever it may be. That is your footballing news for this weekend. Please do follow us on all our social media platforms. That is Touchline SA on Instagram, as well as Touchline SA on Twitter. But also, most importantly, do go on our YouTube page. That is Touchline Touchline podcast to get this overall picture of what football is looking like right now. My name is Oarebedi Poko. There are 24 teams in Euros and 28 games in Copa America, but we also have those relegation playoffs. My name is Oarebedi Poko for the Touchline.